Again, this hole is playing downwind a lot of the week, and now it's hurting left to right.
Golf. Easy in plain sight, yet complex in its own ways. Hi, my name is Shafiq, and I'm here to talk to you about the biomechanics of a golf swing. And hopefully after this video, you guys will become professionals as well. To start, I'll be using 2 of the 7 principles within the biomechanics, which are stability and maximum effort. See in this video, I have used all my possible joints in order to make a full and complete swing to hit the golf ball accurately. To achieve this, starting from the inferior parts of our body, your feet must be wide and shoulder width apart. This lateral stance will apply to the stability principle. When our feet are lateral, we are enabling our center of mass to go lower and in hand widening our base of support. Therefore, in a golf swing, it is an absolute must due to the functions of all the other limbs working together. With my legs being apart, my knee joint, also known as the patellofemoral joint, is in a slight flexion. As you can see, I have measured the angle of my flexion of 138 degrees. Again, this relates to the stability principle of having a lower center of mass. Notice my acetabulofemoral is also in flexion together with my patellofemoral joint. Now to incorporate the backswing with the inferior part of my body. As you look closely, when I break inertia with a backswing, my left leg undergoes slight flexion, simultaneously when my right leg undergoes a more extension. This is to incorporate the hip rotation within the transverse plane. So by simply rotating my hips to the right, the need for extension in the right leg acts as a stabilizer during the swing. So during my backswing, as you can see, my right leg promotes extension while rotating my hips to the right. Simultaneously, my left leg performs flexion. Pay close attention to my legs as my hips move from left to right. So now moving on to our superior parts of the body, specifically the posture, my spine is relatively straight along with my neck. This posture must be maintained in order to hit the ball perfectly and square on. The angle created from my radiocarpal glenohumeral and the top of my head is almost identical to my inferior part of the body. These parallel angles are thought to stay identical in the sagittal view during the backswing and the point of impact, but not during the finish. Still on a posture during the setup phase, as you can see, my left shoulder is more elevated than my right shoulder, and that the golf stick is along the midline of my body, less than a meter away from me. The need to have elevation in my left shoulder is to compensate the grip, where your left hand is more superior than your right hand while gripping the golf stick. Now with the posture down, the swing is all that's left needed to play golf. In a swing, it's easy to see the force affect the ball. What's not so obvious is that the ball applies the same force towards the club, where during impact, the club is applying force to the ball and the ball is pushing back with an equal and opposite force. And that's basically Newton's third law. The swing consists of using maximum effort principle, where it is not only using the arms to hit the ball, but all possible joints to hit the ball. During a swing, your left arm must be straight at all times, from the backswing up until the point of contact. The straight arm acts as an accurate guidance as well as to generate and gain more potential force with a downswing. As you can see, my mid-backswing has my left arm straight and forming a 90-degree angle with my wrist and club. In this video of my swing, my arm is completely straight from the backswing up until the point of contact. As you can see, both arms are completely straightened up from the point of contact. And finally, following through with both arms bent. With the new skill that you guys just acquired, do watch out for my common weaknesses, which is moving my hip too fast, thus in a result neglecting the maximum effort principle. The fast hip rotation has caused my golf swing at the point of impact to hit it not square, but to hit it open. In this representation, hitting square is good and accurate, but hitting it open means that your form is not perfectly timed, while hitting it closed is to do with the grip of the golf stick. However, in this shot, my club was open, but miraculously, Thanks to the angular motion principle, the ball curled to the left rather than to the right due to the angular velocity present, therefore adding style to my hit. Also, another common weakness that you should look out for is the transition of your right leg, which is your support leg, from extension to flexion. Now, because of this fast movement, I tend to jerk, or in other words, pop up, rather than holding my posture all together to form one swing. And this pop-up has caused my club to be open rather than closed. To apply the other two laws, Newton's first law can also be applicable, where an entity at rest will stay at rest and an entity in motion will stay in motion in a straight line unless affected by an external force, where gravity is pushing on the ball, but the ball is also balanced by an upward push of itself. Therefore, the ball at rest is at rest. However, the golf club hitting the ball is called an unbalanced force due to the lack of external force to push against it. Lastly, the second law really states the idea of acceleration, where acceleration will be proportional to the force you apply to it. So, a large force from a club applying to a small mass results in a larger acceleration. Well, there you go. Now that you know how to swing a golf swing properly, it's time to take you to the driving range and test your skill. I hope that you learned a lot from my video, and thank you for listening. Bye.